I started a stream so Jarl could raid me. And in theory, we will be commentating a bughouse.
Oh no, my.
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 Oh, oops. Yeah, I was following Jarl, so his audio temporarily went on. My bad. Anyway, I'm live now. I'm following Chicken on chess.com. Supposedly they're going to start real soon. Yeah, I was auto-hosting Andrea, so we had an oh no on repeat. Hey, Swell. Alright, HS Doofus. Alright, I'm going to jump into the House Party channel. I guess if Jarl wants to commentate, I could jump into. Maybe I should go on my Discord instead. Since I guess Jarl isn't in the house Discord. 12 says they're ready now, so I think it's gonna start pretty soon. I'm gonna go into my Discord and I'll just jump in a call over here. So if anyone wants to jump in a call on my Discord and commentate, we can do that. I am following Chicken, so following him for a while, so when the match starts it should pop up. And so 4 minutes ago they said they were ready, they were waiting for Chicken. Jarl was playing Chicken at Crazy House on Lee Chess, and Jarl jumped off of that because Chicken needed to go to play Bughouse. So supposedly the Bughouse will start soon. Yes, well, I was eating. I'm still eating, actually. You all can watch me eat, I guess. I'm going to pull up a random Bughouse game while we wait. Oh, wait. It looks like Jenna and Kay Higgins, who's retard from Fixed, they're already playing. I think they're warming up for the High House match. So that's one thing I can do. I'm just gonna follow Jenna instead. And maybe we'll see some matches. Yeah, mukbang. Yeah, usually I try to just turn off my camera when I eat. I'd rather turn off my mic too, but I need someone to carry my stream. So Swole, why don't you jump into the Discord here? Give us some audio. Hey Katas. Katas, they're looking for people for High House. I think right now it's going to be Kay Higgins and Genna versus Chicken and 12T. But inevitably, one of them will eventually get tired. What I'm eating today is PF Chang's Kung Pao Chicken. They're a sponsor of the stream. Actually, they're not yet a sponsor of the stream, but I eat it every night. So eventually, hopefully, they'll sponsor me, and just give me free PF Chang's Kung Pao Chicken. And then I will save a bunch of money every day. Hey, Swole. How you doing?
Hello.
Oh, oops. Another game started, but then they aborted it, I guess. How you doing, Swole?
I'm doing good. Wait, is your stream live? Because it's saying hosting Botez.
I can do unhost, but it's definitely live. So
Okay. Maybe I'm on drugs or something.
yeah, you can try reloading. So usually when I start a stream, the first thing I do is I'll unhost someone. What the heck? There was a 0-0 game. The first thing I'll do is I'll unhost whoever I was hosting. But Jarl, I was watching Jarl's stream, and Jarl was like, "Oh, let's raid Chuck." And I was thinking to myself, "I'm not even streaming now." And then Jarl said, "Chuck isn't streaming, but I'm gonna raid him anyway, even though he's not streaming." So I figured,
He just knew.
I figured I should probably start a stream, and I should shout out Jarl too.
You should.
You know,
Jarl's the
okay
best.
for us. Jarl has been streaming some bughouse on Fix, the free internet chess server, lately, and that's where a lot of us started off playing bughouse. So we have our
12teen's at 3,100.
yeah. Yeah, this and honestly, he was even higher before. I think he got up to like 31, I don't know, 15 or 16, 17, something like that.
Crazy.
So, Jarl, we are commentating in my own Discord server. You could join us in a call there, or if you'd prefer, we could jump into like a private call and add a bunch of people to that call.
Oof.
I just want to get as many commentators as possible. So we've started the match. The score is now 0-1, favoring Chicken 12T. So in the Discord, as they were setting up the match, Kate Higgins said, "Hey, I haven't played High House in a while. It'll be fun." And Genna's response was, "By the way, we're going to get adopted." And Kate Higgins said, "Yeah, I know, but we'll still play."
By the way.
Just Doofus, you don't have to be super great at this game to commentate. I don't think I've mentioned anything about the moves yet. We could do that at some point.
Ennis, you're like a million times better than me, and I'm sitting in the commentary booth right now, so you have no excuse. Oh, man.
I was watching I think it was the ZH Bros, which is Golem from Fix, Fumatox, and he was commentated on some Crazy House matches a while ago. They had it was him and Anik, actually, and they had such funny commentary because they talked about all the memes that go on with chess commentary that you never even think about. They were like, whenever they're not sure what to say, they'll just start commenting on the clock. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, notice that so and so has this much on the clock, and so has this much."
That's what I do.
Exactly. So if you don't have anything to say, you just be like, "By the way, the clocks are pretty close right now."
I literally do that all the time.
So yeah, 12-teen is on the upswing. He's hoping to get to 4,000 later tonight.
Yes.
So Kay Higgins, he was mentioning earlier in the Discord. So some people weren't familiar with who he was. So he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm retard from Fix." They said, "How long have you been playing?" He said he's 30 now, and he started playing on Fix when he was 10 years old.
Unbelievable.
The 12-teen also started pretty young on Fix. I think he was like, I think he might have been like 11 or 12 or something like that.
But he's young now. Like, isn't he like a couple of years younger than me?
I mean, he's in college, and he is. I think he's finished his first year and might be like in the middle of his second year.
Oh, Queen H2. What's going on here? Ooh, smothered me.
So far, we have a clean sweep. We have a 4-0 favoring Chicken 12-teen. And Chicken is still a little underrated. I really think the rating he should be is like 2950. So he has still a little room to maneuver. 12-teen, probably a little overrated, but as long as he's partner Chicken, it's a pretty hard to beat combination.
Yes.
Katas points out 12-teen would have to go 92-0 to get to 3,200. Very possible.
Honestly, if anyone can do it, 12-teen can.
The thing to watch out for are tricky draws. So the Genna K. Higgins stream, that team may try to, move a bishop back and forth by second pieces. It's such a tilt-and-minded draw.
That was a quick mateski.
That was pretty quick, yeah. So
that looked like one of my games.
And I mean, we're talking about how great Chicken and 12-teen are and joking around a little bit, but like number one, they're legit super good. Number two, I don't mean to denigrate K. Higgins and Genna. Like K. Higgins,
of course not.
Like Genna is one of the top players out there at Bughouse, and Kay Higgins has been playing for literally decades and is pretty good himself, but it's just Chicken 12 team. It's just such a strong team.
No, I
Okay,
mean
so now
it's
there's
honestly
a
it's like when talking about
mate threat
Nakamura and
here.
like, he's a great player, but Magnus just has his number. So you're not
And 12 team,
downplaying how good certain players are.
yeah, 12 team has a very safe king, a lot of pieces protecting it. So Chicken is actually getting attacked, but as soon as initiative is lost, he's circling the K Higgins king. So I think 12 team will try to feed him a few pieces. We're going to see check, check, check. Hitask in the chat says Genna is just going easy. He would crush 12 team. Maybe. Honestly, what you need to look out for on the Genna board is 12 team is just going to be trying to checkmate Genna, and Genna is going to be trying to win random pawns, because he loves pawns. I mean, I don't blame him. I love pawns too.
And it looks pretty bad for K Higgins.
Yeah, but that last game was all about initiative. I mean, K Higgins was attacking, and as soon as his attack ran out, Chicken was able to make his king safe for like just 2 moves, where like there were no easy checks. He was able to have his partner sit to not give like a lot of terrible pieces, and then he just started going all out for K Higgins, who had an unsafe king.
It makes sense. I wish I was capable of doing that.
Oh, are we getting Jarl in here? Jarl, looking for the Discord. Jarl, we're in game call 1 in my Discord if you're looking for us.
By the way, Chuck, I didn't need an invite to join your Discord call. Like, did you change your settings or something?
I mean, it depends on the call. Like, I have a call called stream call where you have to drag someone in.
Okay.
I mean, if we have like a random abuser who like comes in the call and says the N-word or something, then I'll kick him and we'll go into stream call. But I think you all are pretty well behaved.
Oof. Some windmill stuff. A knight mates for 12 team.
Oh, look at that. He's going for the rook. For the smothered mate.
Or the rook. Yeah, the rook too. Rook would be...
Half of my commentary is going to be with my mouth full, so hopefully Swole can translate, since he's not eating.
I'm very good at speaking gibberish, so... And it's just amazing how fast 12 teen and chicken play, and like they also just play really well too. It's like
Chess Stupid is great.
really
I'm
amazing.
literally eating one of the players. I'm eating chicken right now, and we are watching chicken. Oh, we got Jarl on the call. Nice.
Hey guys.
Sup?
What's up, Paul?
All right. What's up, Jarl?
So, Jarl, we've been
Good to
providing
see
all
you.
the color commentary, and we haven't really looked at the game so far. So, if you want to actually drop some knowledge on us, that'd be cool.
I don't know what's going on in the Genna 12 team game. I'm just gonna keep watching and see what happens.
So, Genna's king is an attacking piece right now. he has the touchdown. He can get the touchdown right here, right now. Right here. If you get your king outside the board, like in Racing Kings, that's called a touchdown. There's a lot of us, myself included, think that a touchdown should be a win condition in Bughouse. Unfortunately, the current FIDE Bughouse rules don't reflect that, but we're working on it. So adoption has happened. We are 10-0 right now, but we're seeing some quality Bughouse here.
Genna sacked his queen. Why?
So that's actually an interesting strategy. If you sack your queen, your partner is more likely to get mated, and then you can blame your partner for the loss. That's like a 5-head strategy.
That's what I do all the time.
Mates for Genna.
Stop giving away my strategy.
Yeah, so we have knight at d3, pawn takes, and rook at c2 would be mate. He's just gonna win the queen since the rook wasn't coming. And Genna has won a few pieces in the process here.
H6 for 12-teen.
But
Oh, okay.
Chicken's
Going to
king,
check you out.
Chicken's king is super safe though, and K Higgins has a little bit of an unsafe king. Although the queen there, that was a good way to make his king a lot safer.
Anna's playing a lot of good defensive moves. The bishop checks to win the pieces rather than moving his king. So important.
Yeah, attacking and defending at the same time with bishops. Huge deal in bughouse.
He's
Oh
busting
man.
pieces now anyway. Move.
Oh, bishop e4, nice.
Teen's king is a little unsafe here, but Genna would need like a few diagonals. I think Chicken's probably gonna sit.
These guys on voice, because if they're not on voice, then that's their first mistake.
Yeah.
I'm sure Chicken and 12-teen are on voice. I don't see them saying things in the chat, so I assume they're on voice. They're probably in the house Discord. They're probably in a call. Let me go check. Yeah, there's a call in the house Discord with GSVC and K Higgins in it, so they are definitely on voice.
Oh wait, Chuck, I have a question for you. Or Jarl, you can answer it too. So if like 12-teen and Chicken were like just not allowed to communicate with each other at all, like how much worse do you think they would do? Like if they just could not communicate.
So that happens fairly often over the board, where people will get mad that the team is just too overpowered, and they'll say like, "No coaching, like you're not allowed to feed moves," or "No communicating," to try to make it even. And it's definitely like a disadvantage when you're not allowed to do that. I think the main thing is it would slow them down, because they're both quite good at being aware of what's going on the other board, but you're able to play a lot faster if you can trust your partner than if you have to just watch everything your partner's doing. So I don't know. It would definitely lose points, but not as many points as you would think. Maybe like minus 200, minus 300 points, something like that.
I played with bughouse out. He was muted, and we took on this guy Deviv and Wally the Wombat. And I don't know who either of those guys are, but they're both real strong, and we won like 4-1 against them. So I think that it's you can do a lot without communication sometimes.
Sometimes when I'm in the random pool and I feel like I could just like play and not talk so much, I sometimes feel like I play better.
And it also depends on your style, by the way. If you're a sack sitter and you need pieces, then communication is a lot more important to you. Whereas if you're able to roll out chess moves, then you're able to do a lot more without perfect communication. So K Higgins has said, "Yeah, last, this is stupid." So the score is 13-0. And K Higgins was getting a little frustrated there. I think Katask may be willing to sub in for K Higgins. Yeah, and I mean, as we said before, K Higgins is a really great player. Like we don't want to diminish how good he is at this game, but 12-teen and Chicken are just like next level. So it's rough playing against them.
Yes.
Well, I think in that game, when Kenny went back to bishop e7, he needed a new bishop on e7. And then after bishop takes e7, bishop takes e7. So then you don't lose d5. Small things like that. 12-teen would have sat for that.
Sub in for K Higgins.
Katask is saying hard, I'm tired. So maybe he won't.
Higgins saying would have been a way better matchup if the firepower was split up.
Yeah,
which is
I think it's probably true. I think they'd be willing to do that. Chicken 12-teen, they like partnering each other, but they like having games more than not playing games. So I think they're willing to split up and partner. And so Chicken and K Higgins have played a lot with each other over the years. It's been a while since they partnered, but I think they would they're familiar with each other's styles. So we have a new matchup. We have Chicken and 12 versus Genna and Katask. Best Doofus. Apparently Wombats are good at bughouse.
I don't know who Wally the Wombat is. I've not seen him in a while. Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure. That wasn't he Australian? I think there were a few Australians who would make a few handles. Like I know 420 Blaziken had quite a few handles, so maybe that. Or it might have been someone who isn't really Australian pretending to be. Yeah, it kind of frustrates me when people make a whole bunch of different handles. I'd rather people just stick with one handle so you know who they are.
I think that as long as if you're playing like someone who's 1900 and you get killed, then it can kind of cause a crisis if you're not aware, right? Because you think that you're doing well and you understand the game, and then someone crushes you on their sock account.
Yeah. I mean, it depends how big your ego is, I guess. I mean, like even if I get crushed by like a 1200, I've been playing Bughouse enough years that it doesn't really matter to me. I don't really take it personally. But there's a lot of people who play Bughouse who like they judge their self-worth by whatever their rating is, so they get really frustrated when they lose.
That's kind of like me, to be honest.
So, and no one's totally immune from it. Like, for me, I don't care about rating in general, but if my rating gets like too low, then I have a little bit of a crisis. Like on fix, when I like occasionally I would get below say 1700, and usually I'm like 1900 to 2000 ish. And if I would get below 1700, I'd be like, all right, we're not going to sleep until we fix this problem. And we keep playing.
Also, you gotta know and like your partner and like appreciate their style. So,
yes,
you know, like if I was gonna get in one of these high house matches, I've done well with Midnight Fox, and I did well because he's very chessy. And by I did well, I mean we did not lose all. And then who else? Frolic and I played Helms and Chicken, and we lost 8-2. But Frolic had never played Helms, so we went in. I just said I didn't even stream it. I just said, okay, this is your chance to get a measure of Helms. If we lose all, it's fine. And you know we lost all but 2. So
I mean
that you get along with so important.
8-2 is not bad, honestly. Not bad at all.
Yeah, one game Frolic mated, and then another game I mated, and then the rest we just got killed.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent score. Yeah, that's a tough team. I mean, Frolic has improved a lot, so I think you said you played them a while ago. You might do better under current circumstances.
I feel like Frolic has a lot of potential to get as strong as he cares to, really, in bug or in chess.
Unfortunately, he's been playing a lot of normal house recently.
I know.
So I think Chicken wants another rook.
Queen
I
takes
think
G3.
rook at h8, followed by pawn check. I mean king takes, pawn check, king takes, knight check. Yeah, that's what we're seeing. So he could move his existing knight to preserve the other knight for later, and now he just needs like a queen would be great, but even a rook would be helpful. Now Chicken's dead.
F1, very nice.
I think there was like a time problem. I think Chicken should have kept checking because that was a really hard position to defend. But I guess he figured 12-10 wouldn't get him what he wants there. So the problem there have been over the last match, I mean, number one, Katask is somewhat better than K. Higgins. But more importantly, Katask is a lot faster. So they're going to have speed problems that they didn't in the last matchup. And it's not just about playing faster. It's that your move quality gets a little worse when you play faster, and you can't necessarily wait for pieces that you need. So it's going to be a different dynamic. And I mean, we've already seen like a win for the opposition. So we have Chicken and 12 Teen have 2, Genna and Katask have 1 so far.
You need to watch in the live chess and not your stream because I'm behind.
Yeah, I should do that too.
Yeah, for sure.
Is struggling on the light squares here. Rook G7. Knight mates for Katask.
Yeah, because of this pin here.
Queen does not mate for Katask, so it's going to be hard.
Then the queen's pretty good. Queen at h8, and then bishop takes.
The queen mates now, so Chicken can't go queen takes e7. Queen takes e7, and then you push d6 to make room for knight d5, and you should find mate. So he's probably going to have to go king h2. There's not really a way to defend, but no, it doesn't work because he promotes a knight. Okay, so he took the rook off, so it's not double check. But promote to knight still is devastating. So Katask is going to have to go bishop g7 probably, and then maybe just spam checks and hope the queen comes. But it's not going to come because Chicken can go, oh, queen f4, yeah. Knight g3 is nice, defending the mate. But he's still busted.
Yep.
Too many heavies.
Yeah, it defends from 1 heavy, not from 3. So Chess Doofus, Where's Wally? That's interesting. In the US, it was called Where's Waldo, and elsewhere, it was called Where's Wally. I used to love those books as a kid. I saw some people who were talking about streaming Where's Waldo, where they would just like put it up and chat, help me find Waldo. Yeah, Chess Doofus, I don't so much care about my Puzzle Rush, Puzzle Battle, or I guess Puzzle Battle rating. I care a little bit about my bughouse rating, but I mean, not very much. I think in the context of chess.com, if my rating drops below 2,000, then I might get a little self-conscious, but that
I
hasn't
can't
happened so
imagine
far.
your rating ever dropping to 2,000, like ever dropping below 2,000. That'd be like insane.
It hasn't yet, but that's when. So, like a couple years ago, or like a year and a half ago, when there were a lot of bugs in the bughouse code, and it favored the sack sitters, and it disfavored me, I came close sometimes. Like I got down, I don't know, like 2050 at some point.
There was that bug recently when you were partnered with Jarl, and it was pretty
Yeah,
funny.
I haven't. That wasn't nearly as bad as like pieces randomly dropping in the corner. But yeah, the pieces were moving like molasses a little bit, but it was just that one stream, so I don't know. Like I've played Bughouse since then, I haven't had the problem. And I even talked to developers, and they said they haven't changed anything in the code, so it's just a free.
I don't understand the appeal of moving your queen twice, queen d4. I guess you get the kind of space advantage, but
and who did the 2 queen move here? Which
player did?
Yeah,
you went.
Well, he was like queen takes d4 and queen d1.
Oh, okay. Well, did he grab a pawn in the process? Because he loves pawns.
Didn't win one. He traded one.
Okay.
Anyone in the chat is 2,700. Then explain that to me.
Hey, GMT time. He's staying free.
E6, man.
Oh, Chess Doofus, that's weird. I mean, there are still sometimes mouse slips that aren't caused by the bug. I haven't seen the bug myself. We'll see if we see anything bug-like in this series.
I have 5 here for 12-teen.
Does that mate though? I see.
It opens up the G file.
What about bishop at f4?
And king G7. Either of our moves. Okay. Knight mates for 12-teen now.
Yeah, he's up 1 second. I guess it's forced. If not knight takes bishop, then chicken is gonna have mate in. Well, I guess Gena can play king g3, queen at or rook at g2, king h4. Oh, and then I guess queen h5. So mate will take like 3 moves.
I think what's interesting is that, we don't really have any consensus on, like, should there be pre-move drops? Like, is that a better way for Bughouse to be implemented? To allow pre-move drops?
My opinion is there should not be pre-move at all. But as long as you have pre-move on the board moves, might as well have pre-move drops, I guess. Yeah, 12-teen is gonna have to make some moves. That is a win for Gena Katask.
Nice. 12-teen might drop below 3,100.
Be a sub 3,100 rated noob.
I know, what a schlub.
Task is doing really well here.
Yep.
He gets another pawn. He can drop pawn e2. So 2 knights is bad.
Yeah, 12-teen needs to block that off. So maybe bishop at c4, the guard e2, and back the king.
Knight mates.
Yeah.
Gena's mated though. Isn't he? Oh yeah, there's gonna be a smothered if he doesn't go. If he doesn't go up, there's a smothered. Knight g2. Oh, okay.
The score right now is 5-2, favoring chicken 12-teen.
Knight mates for Katask. Oh,
yeah,
painful.
So Gena seems to have like a spatial advantage in these early games. Chicken is somewhat undeveloped.
G4 for Gena here. Hit f2. And then knight g6.
I feel like Gena is doing pretty good considering especially considering he's black. But I think more trades generally favor 12-teen. So like every trade they make on the chicken board.
Ooh, knight takes with check.
Should be 6. It's not as bad as it looks.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Unless 12-teen gets a queen. Gena should go bishop takes c3 and knight takes f2.
Even rooks are good for 12-teen.
Bishop b3 next for Katask.
Picking, or sorry, 12-teen could pin that knight maybe, rook d8. Oh, he's sacking the queen. That's surprising. Because Katask can take the queen with check. I guess he's figuring the knight is so good for chicken that he doesn't want to do it. But he can sit. He's up like 8 seconds. He's going to wait until the knight's no longer good for chicken, then take the queen.
Anyway.
Gena might have to sack his queen here to live.
I don't even know if that's going to help him.
So even though Chicken is down time, he's not playing immediately because Katask is sitting too, so Chicken has time to calculate, and he's trying to calculate out a mate here. Queen d4 looks quite good.
Queen d4, king e7.
Yeah, but at the very least, he can get rid of that annoying knight and get his queen more into the game.
Oof.
They resigned. Yeah, 12-10 had quite a good attack there. 12-10 could have had a free queen with like a fork, but he went for mate. The score is now 6-3, favoring Chicken 12-10. So Chicken didn't even want that free rook. He wants to keep initiative. He might take it now with a new knight in check. That's interesting. So if bishop takes, he can get his queen in play. And Chicken is keeping his king safe. Now new knight in. Yeah, now he gets stuff with check. Chicken can just take that knight and then take the rook. Queen takes rook, he's still safe. He won a lot of pieces.
It's interesting that Katask is playing bishop f4 because in my high house match with him, he was insisting that you've got to get active. You've got to play bishop g5. If you're black, you've got to play bishop g4.
So a lot of these very good players, both in bughouse and chess, like to break the rules. So I mean, they'll say like the general rule is this is very important, and then they'll show you that's not always the case. There's exceptions, and they will show the exceptions.
Well, I mean, it could be because it's 12-10, he wants to try something different, or it could be because he's changed his mind and he no longer believes that there's one true,
right?
Only one correct way to play right out of the opening.
So Chicken would like 2 pawns. Even 1 pawn is really good, but 2 pawns is just devastating. Or a queen plus pawn.
If he takes the rook, then he loses check. So if he goes pawn g7, king takes knight, takes promotes, then there's knight g2.
Yeah, but the bishop covers e2, so he can just scooch to d1. And I think Chicken is fine. Chicken more wants to sit for attack than defense. He also has new bishop at h6, which is an interesting move. He has a bishop covering. I think they're slightly up, so he might wait for the queen. So there's that pawn he wanted, but the bishop is no longer in position.
And pawn e2 is a nice defensive sack. I think queen f7. Oh, never mind. This move was better.
Time is so close.
Ooh, nice mate.
Nice mate. Yeah, he had to play the queen 1 up there, prevent the smothered. Ooh, punishing a pre-move, taking a free bishop.
I like bishop at d4 for McKenna.
Oh, that's a devastating move because you're removing this, so the queen's going to mate eventually. We're going to see bishop takes, knight takes, queenette, or just resign. Now knight would be very good for Genna, but he can't wait for it. He's down time. This is a very good move here. Chicken's gonna have to shed some pieces defending. Could even play queen takes, then knight takes, yeah.
I'm liking Genna. And, uh-oh, never mind.
Never mind, because you saw the 12 team board.
Yeah.
Now rook mates for Genna. I think Genna, he played that quite well, but just 12 carried a little bit there. Genna seems to be getting pretty decent positions as black. Surprised he didn't defend with knight at e3. Oh, I see. That's why, because he picks up the queen with that fancy check. Nice.
And takes e6.
Oof. Very nice.
Good job. Score is now 10-4. Favor in Chicken 12 team. The chicken wants another pawn. If he has another pawn, he can take the knight.
Kateska and Genna are doing really well.
Yeah.
It's a fight.
Vitesse has knight takes h7 here. Then you can just cycle the knight back again. So Katask, like a queen would be really good for Katask in checkmates. The chicken has to sit here. He's up about 6 seconds.
Queen h5 now.
Katask is actually up time now. Chicken doesn't have to give the queen though. He's probably going to play like bishop at d5 to harass f7. Yeah.
Oh, knight mates. Knight mates for Katesk. Knight takes f7, knight g6.
Oh, nice insight. Chicken knows that, I guess, so he didn't give it.
Hard for Genna now. He should probably go rook e3. It doesn't do enough.
Chicken is a bit in defense mode. Katask would love that queen, so chicken has to sit. As soon as Katask stops checking, they're going to trade queens. Okay. Ace match time. So the score right now is 11-4, favoring Chicken 12 team.
You know, one thing that's been a recurring thing between 12-teen and Katesk is Alex is knight on e7 and Katesk tries to get in on f6. And there are a lot of sits where Katesk gets a pawn for f6, he's in a lot of trouble.
Makes sense. Chicken has a fairly decent attack. If Genna could get a bishop at c6 would be a decent defense try.
Knight at f5. That's really interesting. Move by 12 team, because normally you castle first and then they drop a pawn at h6 and then you take it and then you drop knight f5. But he's just gone straight to knight f5 before even castling.
Yeah, and that if you're not sure what to do and if you have like an extra piece in hand, might as well make a prophylactic move to disable what you anticipate to be like a future attack. I think is what 12's doing here.
Genna obviously wants a knight.
12 would also
knight,
like a
knight
knight,
before.
but Genna gets his knight. I think they're gonna win this one. It's gonna be a Genna win. 12 doesn't have enough ammunition to mate him here. Oh, that queen might help though. Kates can sit, they're up time. That's a
I
win.
didn't even realize the rook was on here. Notice how decisive Katesk was, like enforcing the knight with the queen. There's queen at d8 right away.
Yeah. So knight mates for chicken. They are slightly up time. Probably not up enough time to get this knight. I think he can play like knight a5. Or maybe even throw in a check first. I guess there's no good checks. Like queen takes g4 is the only check. Well, I'm surprised that they didn't sit that down. I guess chicken feels he can continue his attack here.
Knight b5, crushing.
Yeah, but I mean, how crushing is it? You'll notice Genna has a lot of extra pieces because I think 12 sacked a lot to get those pieces for his partner. Gatask, who is quite good at chess, is up 2 queens. Going to be real. I don't think 12 can live through this. Yep. So that's something that happens a lot and frustrates me often is a particular piece will mate for me and I might tell my partner, I might not tell my partner, but he'll sack like 5 pieces trying to get it. And then we're down time so it doesn't mate anymore and we have to play the whole game down 5 pieces. And I think that's basically what happened last game. Is that 12 sacked everything to get the knight and then it didn't mate anymore.
Here, Chuck.
Yeah. What's up,
Off the call because I'm getting a little bit tired, but I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, for sure. Always. Let's give a shout out to Swole.
I'll probably chill in the. I'll probably chill in the stream for a little bit though, so I'm gonna go right away. All right, see you guys.
See you later.
Yeah. Knight g6, knight at e5 for Genna.
Yeah, he needs another knight. Needs another knight.
12 isn't dropping knight at f5. I wonder if Kates could go like.
I mean, he can probably do it now.
Yeah. I think 12 should find mate here.
Maybe move his bishop to d3. He has a blocker for a1. I'm sorry, for b1.
Oh, Katesk should mate now.
Yeah, for sure. Katesk is going to mate. So they've really found a good mesh in a style here. Where there've been, is that like 3 in a row for Genna Katesk? At least 2 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken is picking up pieces. Yeah, he doesn't have to take that. That's a free queen. Might as well take the free queen. Oh, he wants this queen instead.
Went after the queen that's active rather than the queen that's
So chicken
defensive.
sacks a pawn and then sacks a piece just to get this king out here. And it does mean you have to play like the whole game down a piece, but it constrains his partner's opponent who like can't give pieces, and it makes chicken's moves more natural, whereas Genna has to defend perfectly. That's the advantage of Saxon.
If everything gets traded and everything is in the pocket, then like being down a piece doesn't really matter.
Right,
It's
yeah.
only
With very high trades, being down a piece doesn't really matter because everyone has extra pieces to drop and can't drop all of them all game. But if trades are very low, then being down a piece can be pretty devastating.
Doofus is thinking about getting in the call.
Yeah, you're welcome to. We are in my Discord right now. Normally I'm in the house Discord, but Jarl isn't in there, so we wanted to pick up Jarl while we're here. Palpatine seems to have a pretty safe king. Doesn't have much of an attack yet, but if this pawn isn't taken, he can get an attack by dropping something on f3. Meanwhile, Chicken is waiting for pieces. He might just start attacking with knight check. Yeah, there it is. Probably new knight at c5 here. No, I don't really like that because the rook can take twice. Bishop here, I guess. Oh, this is going to be mate. Yeah, queen. This is a standard maiden pattern. And 12-team was just so safe that those pieces sacked didn't really matter. Chicken did get 3,000 on fixed. 12-team got 3,100, I think, on fixed. Which is an even more impressive feat than this. Staying free. You're welcome to join the call if you want. Yeah, it is an apples to orange comparison. I mean, the ratings don't necessarily correlate, but in general, chess.com ratings are higher than fixed ratings. And player pools are a little bit different. I mean, there's a lot more people active on chess.com than were ever active on Fix, but at the top level, compared to Fix's like golden days, there are less active people. I mean, on Fix, there was a period where like every day you would have 4 people over 2,500 playing a game, and maybe even a second game of 4 people over 2,400. So Chicken is making sure to protect f7 a few times so that this smother mate doesn't happen. Although he does have knight takes even if he tries to smother mate. Not anymore, because his knight's gone. 12-teen's getting attacked. I think he wants to sack his queen. Yep. Oh, yeah, I guess I recollected wrong. So Chicken only had high 2,900s, and I guess 12-teen had over 3,000 on Fix. Staying free. We're in my Discord server in like a channel there. You can just
Send him the
show.
link, yeah.
Yeah.
Smash. What's up?
Hey.
Hey, gentlemen.
How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
We're doing well. You did. I mean, that's a tough team. So you guys were
Oh,
doing good
Christ. I'm
considering.
not, I'm not worried about losing to those guys. All I worry about is when I played my normal game, I had good games against Chicken. So that's all
Yeah,
that matters.
yeah. And so my recollection is you partnered Chicken a lot on Fix back in the day. Is that right, or am I misremembering?
No, you're completely remembering it right, man. I got him 2,800 and then I got him 3,000.
Nice.
But that's old stuff. Like, I don't know. It was nice yesterday playing a bunch of games with like Jeek and Mark and even retarded platypus. Like it was a lot of fun. The nostalgia was there.
Yeah. So do you ever feel like retarded platypus stole your handle?
No, to be honest with you, I didn't. I've met him. I met him like 3 or 4 weeks ago. He's a very nice guy, very soft spoken, very genuine, very nice. I don't know. I didn't feel like he ever stole my handle. I just maybe thought maybe it was an homage or it was just a coincidence. That's all.
Okay. So did you get back into Bughouse like because of chess.com? Like did you leave Fix and then come back when you saw people were playing here? Or like what?
Yeah, basically Fix died.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
it was within my breaks. Like Chuck, you've known like I've played and been in the same community with you for how many years? Like
Lots
you
of
know I
years, yeah.
kind of come and go.
Yeah, yeah. There's definitely people who like they'll play and then they'll disappear for like 6 months or a year, and then they'll come back and play like they never left. And you were one of those
Yeah.
that took breaks.
Pardon?
You were one of those that took breaks sometimes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. Well, I kind of got back into it because of chess.com as well because there's people who are playing, right? That's where you're going to be drawn to be. It's not only new opponents and the same faces we always saw in Fix, but I don't know. It's good. It's less competitive, and the ratings mean a hell of a lot less, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I love that the player pool has expanded significantly. Is I was I mean I'm a little bit different from you in that I was never really at like the top levels, so um, it doesn't matter as much for me that there's not as much high house as there used to be, but being able to get like a lot of medium house, like being able to jump into uh, just being able to see the other thing is I watch a lot more than I play, so being able to watch games any time of day, being able to jump in a game any time of day on chess.com is just awesome.
Yeah, and it's not even just the being able to jump or watch; it's also the quality of it. It has gone up. I'll go with that argument.
Yeah,
It's gone up, but the
I
ratings are still fucked up.
I actually like the chess.com interface better than the fixed interface. Like it took some getting used to for sure. Like when I first played on chess.com, I was really frustrated. It didn't have a lot of the features that Fix have, and it still lacks some of those features. But I I like the fact that I can play like on the web anywhere, so I don't need
Yeah.
to download a special interface, and it makes it less clunky, I guess.
Yeah, of course, because you had those stipulations where if you had a Mac computer, you had to download Raptor. If you had a PC, you had Thief, right? Like,
Yeah, not only that, but the fact that a lot of settings were in your interface, whether it be, I don't know, the color of the pieces or the size of the board or your pre-move settings or your aliases. Um, if you move from one computer to another, I mean, you had to maybe take your settings file with you, or you were kind of had to start from scratch. Whereas
yeah,
here, like your settings move with you anywhere because you're on the web.
yeah, I understand that because you'd have to save the layouts and all that kind of shit when you're playing chess, and or the buttons or pre-move or all that kind. I understand.
Yeah. So you've played some over the board. Have you played with Plotkin over the board then?
Oh yeah, I know Mark.
Oh, cool, cool.
Yeah,
Because
he,
you're in Toronto, right?
yeah, I live just outside of Toronto, but
Okay.
yeah, I've played with Mark, FT Turbo, Helms. Like we've done it a few times. Not a hell of a lot. I think it's literally only been twice, but I don't know. It's different over the board than it is,
Yeah, over the
online.
board is super fun though. I
Yeah,
always want to play
and
more
I
over the
kind of
board.
envy you guys when you were getting together and going out to Florida back in the day, and
Yeah, I hope that happens again because I feel like there's a whole new generation who would love to participate.
yeah, I think so too.
So the score right now is 19-9, favoring Chicken 12 team.
Yeah.
There's a mate right there. So we're 20-9. Bughouse
It's fun to
VR.
see how many pre moves they make in the opening. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, that's another thing that's changed slightly about Bughouse, that chess.com allows multiple pre-move, which
Yep.
honestly there were some interfaces that did that on Fix, but not the popular Bughouse interfaces. I think Lightning Rules allowed multiple pre-moves.
Yeah, Lightning Rules did, but it's kind of detrimental because there's not that much, like, there's calculation, don't get me wrong, but it's not to the extent of chesses, because Bughouse is a hell of a lot more unpredictable, as you know.
Yeah.
Genna's got a wicked game against Chicken right now.
Yeah, and 12 team is kind of in a bad way himself.
Yep. These guys should win this. Kataska's a fucking strong player. Like, a very strong player. He's one of those
They're up
people that I
9
think
seconds. Wow.
he's one of those people that I think would I'd probably do really, really, really well with in high house, kind of like the Chicken days. Like when me, like you know what I mean. Like when me and Chicken would fucking partner, like it would be crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, there's certain players who just like everyone would do good with. It's like Hisoka. He commonly mentions in chat. He'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'll do awesome. Just give me Plotkin or give me 12 team." Like, well,
Yeah,
anyone's gonna do good with Plotkin and 12 team.
well, you know what? Me and Mark actually do not mesh that well together at all.
Oh, interesting.
It's really weird. Like he's an incredible chess player. He's an incredible bughouse player, but do not mesh at all.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mesh best with Caspi Wins, I think, because like he's so chessy and like he knows that I go for low trades and like low trades.
Yeah, he's Caspi wins definitely very strong. I guess my point though is very few people are going to complain about a partner who is like super fast and great at chess and can use the pieces effectively and gives you everything you want. like everyone's gonna say like, oh yeah, I tend to do good with that guy. And that's kind of what Katask is like in 12 teen and Chicken.
Oh, actually, again, to contradict you again, Chuck, I did terribly with Katask. Awful.
I think Katask has always kind of handicapped himself though. I mean, if he would ever
Yeah.
get in voice chat, I think he would go up like 100 points.
Yeah, but it's different though, because honestly, I think either with me and Chicken or me and 12 team, we would probably give, whoever the other two of the three are the top right now, we'd probably give them a run. And that's a very bold statement to make, but I really think it, man. I really think if I played against,
Do you think you could give them a run right now, or do you think you're a little rusty and would have to get back in shape?
If I really wanted, I don't know, maybe not wanted, but if I actually sat down and played for, a couple weeks flat out, more than 50 or 60 games over 2 or 3 weeks, Yeah, I think I definitely give those guys a run.
Hmm.
I just kind of play sporadically nowadays.
So
A lot of these people
when you
play.
played, did you study like opening theory and bughouse, or did you more just like play?
I
Like
just played.
okay, because like Xshine and um Raise for Info, or no, not Raise for Info. Let me see, Ego Smasher and Xshine. They definitely looked into opening theory and would study openings and try to find variations. So I always wonder like kind of who just plays and who like studies the game.
No, I don't study. I just play, man. Especially Bughouse and Crazy House. I do not fucking study it. And
Yeah,
I'm fairly.
nowadays I guess J Killer is the one who studies like a lot of crazy house theory.
Yeah, Jeek's an animal though.
Yeah, he
I was
is.
actually I had the pleasure of playing Bughouse with him on Fix yesterday, and that was like
Yeah, I
nostalgia.
missed that unfortunately. Is there Jarl, were you covering that or was anyone like streaming it?
I didn't know it was happening.
Okay.
No, it was like me, Mark,
Oh, there's a
Jake,
Jarl.
retarded platypus, but it was a lot of fun.
The score is now 24.5 to 10.5. Yeah,
Queen
so
F8. Look at that.
the J
Yeah,
Killer.
that's a
Yeah,
solid
this is actually a standard defense. Like get the queen defending the king. Like a lot of people
Yeah.
play rook over,
Oh,
but queen
bad
over is reasonable
fucking
too.
move. Go king e8. Don't go king g8. You're literally segregating yourself between two things. Like go the other way where you have more running room if you do run into trouble.
I would love it if we could get King Walker playing again, because he has
King
such a different style, and I think there's a lot of newer players who aren't familiar with some of the more unorthodox bughouse styles.
Yeah, that's very true. Honestly, that's why I think I like any fixer really has success on chess.com is because we do not only get conditioned by the unorthodox, we got conditioned by the normal everyday shit. All the top bughouse players other than Katask, I don't know, I got a theory about who he is, but that's a story for another day.
He doesn't like it when we speculate on that. Based on the flag, my theory was Horko, but I don't think so anymore. Anyway, yeah, there's a few. I mean, there's still a few new players who came from chess.com and got quite good. I mean, Jarl, who's in the call, is one of them. He's gotten good just from chess.com. Miss Fairy Queen has gotten good from just chess.com. And Katask for sure.
Yeah, Fairy Queen's a solid player as well.
Genna says he's achieved his goal. His 12 teen is less than 3,100.
Who cares? That's a shitty goal to have.
He's joking, I'm sure, but I mean, they have certainly gained points this series. They're playing like pretty good here. Very impressive.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah,
that's
Gannon
what's
needs to
solid.
win one more to get higher rated than me.
Xanther's asking, how did 12 teen get so good at bughouse? I mean, number one, he played a
He's been
lot.
playing since he was 12. He was coached by fucking Combo Kid. Like
Yeah.
rest in peace. But
So
that guy brought up a lot of
so what Combo Kid would do is he would go to like chess tournaments. He would find the 10-year-olds who were like clearly had GM potential. He would convince them to play bughouse with him, and then he would get them to come on Fix, and he would give them pointers to make their bughouse improve like a lot faster. He would coach them on how to play. He would partner them, and he took a lot of people under his wing, including including 12 teen, including Blitz Bullet, and there were.
Oh, I know. Hey, come on, Chuck.
And interest none. Also, he took under.
12 just flexed with F4.
So what were you saying, Kyle? Or is it K Higgins? Is that Kyle, or does K stand for something else?
Oh, it stands for Ken.
Ken. Oh, I'm sorry. So what were you saying, Ken?
What about Combo Kid?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he raised all those guys. Like we just had this whole conversation. Like he raised all those guys. Like Blitz Bullet, 12 Teen. There was another one who was also a title player. I didn't realize he kind of went to chess tournaments and did that much, man. But
Yeah, I mean,
what I mean?
it was. I mean, it wasn't just chess. It was also finding people playing online who were quite good. But yeah, he got people to start playing Bughouse, and when he saw anyone playing Bughouse who was like a really good chess player, really young, he took them under his wings.
I remember. I remember when he was telling me that 12 Teen would be the next best thing.
Yeah.
And I just laughed at him. I'm like, yeah, he's really not that good. He's like, dude, he's been playing Bughouse for 6 months and he's a little worse than you. Give him some time, you asshole.
He said the same thing about Jeffrey Young. For years, he was saying Jeffrey Young would be like the best Bughouse player ever, and would be like GM at chess in short order, which happened.
Who's Jeffrey Young?
Jeffrey Young was interest none on Fix.
Okay.
And he's
interest none. Yeah.
And he's quite a good chess player. Like now he goes and plays a lot of the top chess tournaments. He finished very highly in the Speed Chess Championship on chess.com, so he's quite good at bullet too.
Good for him.
Yenna has a very good attack here, and that's going to be mate queen at a8 and then queen at d7, or even yeah.
Has everything to play with there. He has a world in his hands.
Yeah, so I was pretty close friends with Combo Kid for years. I mean, it got kind of bad at the end, but we had a big Skype call where we had me, Combo Kid, like Vaboris, and a lot of these like young phenoms. And I mean, it wasn't just the ones you mentioned. It was also like Caminator. It was like there were a few other like young kids like that who like they're all now in college. And so for like I don't know 3 or 4 years, I was in a Skype call where whenever they would start up like a Bughouse match, we'd all get in a Skype call and talk to each other. A lot of fun. The Discord has kind of replaced that. Oh yeah, he tried with Hans Niemann, definitely.
Damn, the chess mate.
The score right now is 27.5 to 13.5. Which is quite a good showing for Genna and Katas considering the rating differential here. The Chicken has about 300 points on Genna.
Genna's higher than me now.
Chicken's trying to keep his king safe. And then in 12-team do the maiden.
Oh, there's no bishop on c8. 93, not the best.
Zenther, we talked about all sorts of things on the Skype. Combo Kid did have an OkCupid. I had an OkCupid, and this was kind of funny to look at. Cole is saying the goal should be for Katas to get to 3100. Be pretty tough versus this team, but possible. So what is Katask waiting for? I guess he's waiting to trade the queens for when it'll be good for his partner. But he's down a little bit of time here. Chicken seems to have a fairly safe king, although you may be losing this bishop.
Doesn't Katash just go bishop e6 here?
Bishop b6, you think?
Yeah.
Seems reasonable. Maybe he's... Oh, okay. Okay, so 12-teen trying to get some initiative. Trading queens to get more initiative.
Maybe he wants 97. That's why he's not going bishop e6. Okay.
Well, now you can promote that pawn.
Right, Katash is
Yeah,
gonna
that's definitely mate for Katask. 12-teen's dead, and the time is pretty close. So this is actually mate in one for chicken. So this is really close on the clock. If we look at the diagonal clocks, I mean, not the ones ticking, it looks like chicken is up by about 1 second. So 12-teen is probably going to weight this down just in case. It's really too close to call on the clock's actually ticking.
He has a mate.
Oh, they resigned it. Okay. Well, yeah, but there's mate on both boards is the point. So
Yeah.
That's two, okay.
Yenna has called last 2 games. So the task has a pretty good position against 12-teen. That king is running. 12-teen has more pieces, and chicken is up time. So this will be about whether 12-teen can defend. If 12-teen is able to weather this storm... Oh, they resigned. Okay. Apparently they think he can defend. The score is now 29.5 to 14.5. Favoring chicken 12-teen. So the attack that chicken is playing is a very common attack you see with like low rated players.
Yeah,
But it relies on like a lot of feed, which I don't think is necessarily common.
High level.
Yeah.
b6 now? Oh wait, it's not again as well. Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say bishop e6 is the only hope.
Takes.
Queen takes, yeah. Probably rook d8. Okay.
So chicken's position isn't bad from all of this, but he's traded a lot in the process, which may hurt his partner.
No, teen's gonna be alright. He's completely safe. Not completely. He's obviously in a shitty spot, but there's nothing directly affecting him right now. He can attack again and get the tempo, and that's
12-teen has pieces. Katask has no pieces.
That's
He
true.
can't undermine f5, f7 in time.
I really think if chicken should be trying to live here and maybe not give the queen. Oh, thanks very much for the subscription from V8 Mama. Really appreciate it. She's a bridge streamer. If you like bridge, you should definitely check her out. I've been streaming some bridge lately. Hope to do more of it. And she really likes that mouse slip emote. She uses it in her bridge streams to indicate misclicks. Happen quite frequently in bridge.
This
Rook
is
g1.
crushing for 12-teen.
Yeah.
Pawn at h3 or some sort of diagonal.
Chicken's mating also.
Yeah, chicken has mate.
Yeah, it's still a few moves away. Probably like
Yeah, but
3
he's
more.
attacking. Yeah, there it is. They're saying GG's, so that's maybe the end of this series. Let me check the Discord to see if they're gonna repartner or anything, or if this is just the end. Now little Plotkin is saying who wants to bug. Maybe Plotkin will come in.
Let's see if they'll play with
Is Kren on chess.com? He is.
Yeah, he is. I can't remember who he is, but he is.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what his handle is. I don't think it's just Kren. But his handle is well known there. Oh, Yamut. Yamut is definitely Kren. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Plotkin doesn't refuse to play on chess.com. He plays there. Plotkin prefers to play on Fix because I have a very long-standing wager versus him
I know.
for a lot
I've
of
heard
money.
How long does he have to make 2,800?
I will check right now to let you know, but I think it's basically, I think it's either 1 year or 2 years from now.
How much is
And it's
how
not
much-
2,800, it's 2,950 is what he needs to get to. It's going to be very difficult for him.
There's no one on there. Like, even if he had the strength to do it, there's no one on there.
Right. That's why I made this wager. Yeah, I'm gonna try to find this for you guys. Okay. Let me see. 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, January 1st, 2022. So he has 1 year and 9 months, basically. And if I lose, I owe him $1,000. If he loses, he owes me $3,750.
Oh man, that is predatory.
He was pretty confident, and I gave him a lot of time. Like this is like a 5-year bet.
Gonna have to teach a lot of chess.
If
Make
Fix
that
were
money.
as active right now as chess.com is, then I would for sure lose this bet. Because Plotkin has gotten a lot better over these years.
Oh yeah.
Plotkin's a beast, but there's no fucking people on Fix. Like, it's the dumbest bet you could possibly make.
Yeah, I took that into account because I saw Fix was dying, but he didn't think Fix would die.
Could be 3,000 on chess.com if you wanted to be.
Yeah. I mean, it's like he just needs to play a lot. He definitely has the skill and the potential. Do I know about Chess Chocolate on Fix? What about him? Chess Dude is asking, how did you get these odds? We used to make a lot of wagers back in the day. So on this big Skype group, which Plotkin was in, Combo Kid was in, at the time Combo Kid passed away, he owed me like $4,000, something like that.
Yeah.
And like there's some of it was from loans, but most of it was from wagers. So I won quite a lot of wagers, and obviously that's uncollectible. So I'm not going to be getting that money ever. But the thing is, a lot of people in that Skype group in general, they loved gambling, and they always would have been making bets. And I love winning money. I don't so much love gambling. So so like they would be like, Chuck, let's bet. And I'd be like, I don't really want to bet. And like in order to convince me to bet, they had to give me like significantly good odds. Like I basically would say I wouldn't wager unless I was 90% sure I was going to win. So I got quite a lot of odds in my favor just from the fact that I didn't really care if we bet or not, whereas the other people really wanted to bet. Xanther, you want a size bet with Combo Kid? I don't even want to know who arbitered that bet. I'll just take your word for it.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how he passed, man.
Yeah, it's very sad. Combo Kid was a great guy and he was an interesting guy to hang out with, but in his last year or two, uh, his substantial personal wealth kind of disappeared, and he leached on some friends to feed some habits. Not recommended.
Oh, I know.
So I kind of cut off contact with him the last year of his life, just because he kept asking for money, and I told him
I
like
understand that.
like I'm not even gonna like bother you about paying me back, but just don't ask me for money and we could be friends. But he kept asking, and I was like, I don't want to deal with this. So it kind of sucked.
No, I get it. He was trying to tell me at one point he was on probation and all this kind of shit, and if he didn't have this money, he was fucked, and asked me to send him money. I'm like, well, I don't think so, man. If you got a problem with that, fuck off.
Yeah, so the and it kind of came to light that he told some people some things that were false. Like like he would say he well so I lent him some money, um like not that much money, but say like $100 or something like that. And the reason I even lent him $100 was because previously I had lent him some money and he'd be like, "Oh yeah, I need this money just for a week and then I'll pay you back." And like 3 or 4 times he'd said that, I'd lent him money and he did pay me back. So I kind of assumed that he would pay me back in the future. And then he just kind of stopped paying back. Um, but
Yeah.
the money, like he told people that he needed it for one purpose, but it turned out it kind of went into drugs.
Yeah.
So
No.
he just had a
You know
bad
what?
habit.
It's a loss at the end of the day, but fuck. I can't help but think it's ironic, and I'm a horrible person for saying this, but I can't help but think it's ironic that the very drugs he OD'd on were the ones that his father was feeding to his community.
Uh, I I'm
Horrible fucking
I'm
thing.
not as down on his father as some people are. So his father was put in prison for prescribing too many drugs to his patients and was accused of operating a pill mill. Um, that might have been the case. It might not. I always heard the story from Combo Kid's perspective. Um, so obviously I'm hearing like a biased view, but in the way
Yeah.
Combo Kid described it, I mean I can understand that uh, that patients need drugs and it can be hard to differentiate who's just faking it and who genuinely needs it. And
Yeah.
and generally you would prefer in society to leave those judgment calls up to qualified doctors. Um, and what Combo Kid said and his dad said was that kind of the government was coming in and saying, well, we know better than doctors, and we think you're overprescribing. And maybe that there was a lot of genuine need. So hard to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah,
So
man.
I don't necessarily assume that the prosecution was correct in its assessment of Combo Kid's father. Anyway, I don't see uh, more bughouse going on. Um, we don't have any more high house. I will probably raid someone. Or wait, actually, looks like they're talking. Chicken is saying Katas plus Little Plotkin or K Higgins. And K Higgins is saying go Plotkin. Oh, Fairy Girl's down to play too. It looks like it may be Fairy Girl plus Chicken
Back.
versus someone. Um, Hopefully Plotkin can get in the mix. Anyway, Rob, who is Combo Kid, who has a good friend for many years, always a very entertaining guy. I was sad to see him go.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Well, you know what? You enjoy your evening. I gotta pass out, man. I've been
Cool.
up
Yeah,
for almost
good catching
4
up.
hours.
Thanks for jumping in. Thanks for the commentary. Always
Yeah,
welcome in
no
the
problem,
stream.
buddy. Yeah, you take care, eh?
Take care. Bye.
Later.
We've lost Kay Higgins, who was retard from Fix, and is in the chat is staying free. Hey Stray's Chess. Thanks for watching. Yes, well, the Fix days were a lot of fun. Even more fun were the gatherings, and I hope we can have more gatherings in the future. We used to have gatherings every year in Las Vegas, and we would have gatherings in Florida we had for like 5 years in a row. Hopefully we get those restarted at some point. Anyway, just kind of checking to see if another game is going to start up, because I don't want to end the stream and then immediately they start a game. Chicken is saying his chess.com is glitching, and Fairy Queen is saying mine too. So I take it Chicken and Fairy Queen are probably partnered. Probably waiting to start a game here. I'm following Chicken, so we should see it pop up when it happens. Yeah, Cole, you don't need Fix to get good. I mean, definitely the people who played on Fix have a leg up of the people who didn't. First of all, because they saw a lot more games, played a lot more games, and saw some different styles. But you can certainly get good just playing on chess.com. I mean, I've been playing this game for over 20 years, and I'm sure you can get as good as I am at far less than 20 years. probably like 2 years if you play a lot. Both Fairy Girl and Jarl are both better than me and have played for about 2 years. If this doesn't materialize, we could always raid Zefcat. Looks like she started streaming. Well, I don't know whether you will be better at me, but you definitely could be better than me. I honestly don't spend much time improving, and I have some limits that you don't necessarily have. Like I don't pre-move. I don't really study bughouse openings, but there's potential. I mean, if you play a lot, you could certainly get better than I am. Chess Doofus, you can easily get 2K. Chess Doofus, you don't even need to study or change anything. You just need to play a little bit more. I think if you played like 1 day a week, you would have 2K in like probably a month, something like that. And Cole, you could get 1500 pretty easily. Mostly takes practice. Hey, Incredible Blunder, thanks for watching. So we had been watching a series between Chicken and 12 Team versus Genna and Gatask. The final score was 30.5 to 14.5. Previous to that, it was Chicken and 12 Team versus Genna and Kay Higgins. And Chicken and 12 Team adopted them. I think the final score was like 13 or 14 to 0. Kay Higgins got a little frustrated. And we've had Jarl in the call providing commentary. Previous to that, Swole was in the call. Swole claimed he had to go to sleep, but we know he was lying because he's talking in the chat here. And we had Kay Higgins to jump in the call for a while and talk about Fix. Yeah, PKR has improved a lot, and you can definitely improve like PKR has just by playing a lot. So in the chat, Katask is saying, I have a secret, I am 12teen in disguise. And 12teen says, WTF. 12teen did not realize that. Katask says he has to leave quite soon. So, okay. Fairy Girl said she logged out and back in, and that chess.com is now working. And Chicken said, okay, ops. So I think Fairy and Chicken are partnered. I don't know whether they will enter the random pool or just planning on playing ops. But if you are fairly good at Bughouse, they are looking for ops. I might give it 5 or 10 minutes, and then if nothing materializes, we'll just raid someone. We could watch a random Bughouse game while we wait. Looks like someone from Colombia is calling me. So chat, I get maybe twice a day, I get a call from Colombia at a random, it's like a +57 area code. I don't know why all these Colombians like calling me, but I'm sure if I ever got under some sort of federal investigation, then the FBI would assume that I'm getting drugs from Colombia or something like that because of all these phone calls. Alright, we're gonna watch a random Bughouse game while we wait. We have some 1600s playing each other. So Bughouse is a chess variant. Playing on 2 chess boards by 4 players in teams of 2. Whenever you capture a piece, you hand it to your partner. So these are pieces they have available to drop. And you can make a normal chess move or drop any of those pieces. So John Bodemar has mate here with bishop check. And then if king up, then a pawn would mate. Or even bishop up here could be okay. I think he's waiting for the pawn. He's asking for the pawn. He says it mates. He can always like move back and I guess moving back and forth doesn't necessarily work because this might happen. So he might actually not have mate anymore. So now a rook would mate for just guessing. Just saying I look for Pablo Escobar. Oh wait, we got the chicken game going. We're gonna watch chicken. It looks like they're playing in the random pool. So we have Chicken and Miss Fairy Queen versus Wonderful Time and Jeremy Dorham. Chicken hasn't moved yet. Oh, okay. They're giving them a slight handicap. Chicken took a while to move. So I think Miss Fairy Queen and Chicken styles work pretty well together. Chicken is fairly good at, I'm sorry, Miss Fairy Queen is fairly good at chess and tends to have a pretty safe king and get pieces for her partner. Her big weakness is sometimes she won't communicate to her partner when something is bad or good, but Chicken is quite good at watching his partner's board. So I think Chicken will watch the Miss Fairy Queen board and make sure she doesn't get mated. In this case, they're actually down 10 seconds, mostly because Chicken took so long to make his first move. But they're winning on the board. There's probably going to be a queen trade on the Fairy Queen board. Chicken has a very safe king though. Wonderful Time is saying in the chat, they are too strong, so no pressure. Miss Fairy Queen is asking Chicken if he wants queens, which indicates to me they're probably not in a voice call together. I think Miss Fairy Queen and Chicken are just using the chat. Chicken says fine, yes, ++. So who do we have in our call? We picked up Cole. Hey Cole. Cole and Jarl are both muted. You want to unmute?
Check.
Us. How you doing, Cole?
Doing fine. Hey, Chuck, I ran across a new IM today. I never heard of him. Do you know Chess Athletics?
I do not. That's unfamiliar handle to me. So was he playing Bughouse then?
Yes.
Nice.
see him before, and he was probably the lowest IM rated I've ever seen on Bughouse.
What was he at?
Oh, he was at 1500 when I played him. We won, and he went down to 1452 or something.
Yeah, if he had such a large swing from like one game, then he probably hadn't played much before. Yeah, so with titled players, they can definitely learn Bughouse players a lot faster than untitled players. So he wanted to take this. But it doesn't necessarily always come super naturally to them starting off. So there can definitely be some titled players who start off quite low. Miss Fairy Queen has a great position. A knight is really good for her. She figures her king is so safe, she's just going to use the pawn. Question is, can Chicken live? I think he should be able to live. He might need to sack a queen in the process. I expect we'll probably see like queen at g3 or queen at g2. That gives a knight, but I think Fairy Queen's safe from a knight. Now they're trying to... Chicken is saying, I joined team 1, so I think they're going to get in voice call now. Chicken is up like 4 seconds, so he doesn't need to move. Maybe 5 seconds. He's probably just not going to move at this point. And Jeremy is pretty busted.
But Chuck, I have a question.
Yep.
If you had to give a rating difference between voice chat and non-voice chat, what would you say it would be?
We were talking about this earlier in the stream. It kind of depends on the style of the player. So normally I would think that voice chat would add like 100 to 200 points to a rating, at least. But if a player is like a sack sitter, like a more demanding player that needs certain pieces, then voice chat is going to be more advantageous than if they can just move without particular pieces.
Okay.
But I would recommend everyone use voice chat. Like, there's no reason not to use voice chat. Incredible Blunder is saying, what do you estimate your text chat versus voice chat rating differential is? I have played in the random pool recently without voice chat, and I've been surprised by how well I maintained my rating. Like, I didn't just like drop 100 points. I would say that it should be at least 100 points for me. But it like normally I would say that voice chat is like 200 points, but honestly, based on recent experience, maybe it's just like 100 points for me. Voice chat differential. But that's just the point differential. As far as the Baldwin potential, like how much hair I pull out, like I don't want to be without voice chat. It's just so much. It's I guess harder isn't the right word.
Work,
It's just
it's hard work because
I
you can't tell
I
the
mean
partner move. You've got to feed them in. You've got to stop clicking moves and start typing, and it's a pain.
Right. It's super hard work, but more than that, it's frustrating. Like, it wears you down. It makes you hate life. So
I understand this feeling earlier today because I was playing with a random person earlier, and I was about to say move, type it in chat, but they already made a move before I could type it. And I
yeah.
was like, well, there goes that, mate. I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah,
Common
so
one for me is-
what I normally do for that is I don't just type the move because it can take a while to type the move. First I hit the stall button, like the red hand, don't move, and then while they're stalling I type the move. They're less likely to move well waiting for the move then.
The most common one that gets missed in my experience is knight h3, knight h6 smothered mate, and that's one that's like cost me so many points because I didn't type it fast enough.
Yeah.
Like the partner has the smothered mate, you sack for the rook, but then they don't. They just hang the queen mate and then.
Yeah, and that happens a lot where you will sack for a piece or sack either a piece for a piece, like a queen for a piece, or sack your king for a piece that mates on your partner's board, and then they just don't mate with it. So I tried like to not sack the piece until I'm sure my partner like knows the move or is waiting, um, so I don't have to go through that as much.
But like you get partners who are so slow that
Yeah.
if you don't set the piece right away, you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
What happens in my games? I develop all my pieces. My bank rank is empty. I've traded. Like I've got good positional pressure, but like the pieces are not coming in. And my partner is like just kind of has like a really clogged board, but they've not developed, so everything's on the back rank, and then they want more pieces. I'm like, well, I only have like a bishop. What do you want me to do? And then we lose. And then they call me a noob and block me.
So there's a very real chance that Chicken may lose this game. I mean, Chicken has an okay attack, but it's not necessarily a maiden attack. It's like a Winifred Queen attack, and I mean, I'm surprised that they actually moved rather than wait in there. But Miss Fairy Queen is under huge attack here. It's going to be hard for her to live through this. Hey Plotkin, I am currently in call with Jarl and Cole, and I'm in my own Discord. People are wondering whether you were going to play in this match, Plotkin. I think Chicken and Fairy Queen are looking for stronger ops, so maybe you should partner up and play them.
I'm also in the call.
Oh, was that Chess Doofus? Chess Doofus is in the call as well.
What's
Nice.
up, man?
Yeah, how's it going? Things seem to have calmed down a little bit, so also I accomplished some of the things I needed to do, so decided to join for a second.
Nice. Hopefully more than a second. Did we gain someone or lose? Oh, we gained a Plotkin. Awesome.
Hello, Plotkin. He seems to be muted, though.
So earlier Swole said chess.com should just fix their chat-in system, add voice like Fix. Well, Fix didn't have voice. Voice was just sort of an outside thing, much like chess.com. But it had channel 24, which facilitated finding partners and moving it over to Skype or Discord. Within some interfaces like Thief, there were the partner communicator buttons, which I think were... So chess.com now has partner communicator buttons, but they're not as colorful as Fix's, not as robust, and they're also smaller and harder to click. I think it would be better if they made them bigger and more prominent. On chess.com, you can actually enable voice, where when your partner clicks those buttons, it will use Helm's Knight's voice to say something. I don't have that enabled myself, but that's useful. It's not enabled by default, and I think there's a lot of people who don't know about that feature.
It is specifically Helm's Knight's voice?
It is Helm's Knight's voice, yes.
I didn't know about this at all.
Because I seen Jarl play Fix earlier this week.
No, I'm
and
not.
It sounds like a monotone chicken.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying the Fix buttons. I'm saying the chess.com buttons. The Fix buttons, the voice in Thief is Super Grover, and I think the voice in Raptor is like a computer generated voice, so not any particular person. But on chess.com, when you have these partner communicator buttons that you can press, I think it's like the very right hand side of it or something like that. There's a mute unmute button, and it's muted by default. But if you click unmute, then when your partner presses those, you can hear Helm's Knight's voice saying things.
I want to hear Plotkin's voice saying things. He's still muted.
We all want to hear Plotkin's voice. So they are playing the same team, by the way, and it's Jeremy Durham and Wonderful Time are doing better than I would have thought they would. I think they're still going to end up losing this match. My Chicken's attack is just devastated. But still, they held up for quite a while there. What was that, Cole?
I was wondering if the opponents that Chicken and Miss Fairy Queen had were on voice as well.
I don't think. I think this is just random pool. I saw them chat in, like in the last game. They said, "Don't worry if you lose. This is a very good team," or something like that. So I think they're just chatting.
Yep, that's the right attitude to have. Involved with partnering someone so strong.
I just asked, where do I sign for the adoption papers? Because I know I'd be adopted.
Yeah, I don't think they even want to adopt you because it's +0. They're not willing to sign the adoption papers themselves.
Yeah.
Seems like the high house is pretty much over then.
Let me check the Discord, see if they're still. Oh, they want me to partner Plotkin. I don't know if Plotkin can carry me that hard.
Plotkin against Chicken and you against Fairy.
I mean, we could try, but I mean, Barry's better than I am, and so Plotkin would have to play Chicken like down a few pieces. Tough.
Joel is saying a very high yes in chat.
Well, ideally, we can find a better partner for Plotkin than me. If Plotkin is willing to play at all. It looks like Dogs of War is online, Frolic's online, Vampy's online, Jarl's online. Chicken's like 100 points underrated now.
I'd like to see Chicken get to 3,000 this year.
Yeah, for sure Chicken could get to 3,000.
It depends on who his partner is in terms of rating and who he faces.
Yeah, it always helps to have an underrated partner.
I think that what matters is the ratings of the two partners added, because you get a lot of people who partner someone who's like absurdly underrated.
Yeah. Well, see if anyone else is in random pool here. We could watch the 1600 game while we wait.
I'm gonna bounce. Good games.
Are you bouncing? Okay. Later, Jaro. Thanks, Jaro, for the commentary. Give a shout out to Jaro here.
Bye, Jarl.
I think Jaro just left.
So did Plotkin.
Yeah.
Plotkin was only here for Jaro.
Everyone seems to be dropping out. Well, it's what usually happens when I show up somewhere. Everyone else leaves.
It's not you. It's just the fact that we don't have Bughouse to watch. Which
isn't it also
the whole
getting
draw on my
late?
stream is Bughouse to watch, and there's no Bughouse.
Isn't it getting late in the East Coast as well?
It's only 11
Not
p.m.
by Chuck standards.
No. It'd be up
Still
to like 6
midday
a.m.
for you.
Well, I mean, like Plotkin isn't he in college and isn't he like in the Toronto area?
I'm in college in Baltimore, and I'm gonna be awake for several more hours. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's some night owls out there. I think Plotkin has probably a more normie schedule than I do, but even so, I think he'll be up for a couple hours. So yeah, if we're not gonna have Bughouse, then I guess I should raid someone. Probably raid Zephcat here. Thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks to everyone for the commentary. And I'm going to send you all to Zephcat. And hopefully we will stream another night. So it's interesting. This is Wednesday night when I normally stream, but I was preempted by chess.com because they have like a pro chess league thing going on or something like that. So this isn't my normal stream, so I can end early for me rather than at midnight.
Yeah,
oh, wait,
about
maybe we have a match going on now? Hold on, we're canceling this raid. We got a match going. Forget that raid stuff. So now we have Chicken and Fairy Queen versus Wonderful Time and Jeremy.
When you do that, it doesn't show up as like in their stream that you're
no. The raid doesn't show up until you actually do it. Until it actually like pulls the trigger.
But until you end your stream, not just until you click I'm raiding somebody. Right?
No, it doesn't matter if you end your stream. If you like kept going, the raid would happen. All the viewers would go over there, and you would still be going. There have been some situations where people have done a raid, not realized they had to end their stream, and then done something like really cringe. Like there was a girl who like ended her stream and immediately stripped off her top.
That's exactly the sort of thing I was wondering about. Like this doesn't seem particularly idiot. This doesn't seem that idiot proof.
Right.
I thought you meant was I see so many people raiding, and the fact is they get cut off mid-sentence when they're raided.
Yeah, well, I mean, so when you raid, there is like a little timer of like that like ticks down, like raid in I don't know how many seconds it is, but maybe like 30 seconds, and you can watch it like tick down. Or there's a button you can click that says raid now that will just raid immediately. So usually I try to click the raid now button. But yeah, if you just keep talking, you might hit more than that 30 seconds. It'll just raid for you.
But so the / raid doesn't actually do it. You have to then click something else afterwards.
Right. The / raid starts the raid process, but the actual raid doesn't happen until you click raid now, or until that like 30 seconds ticks down.
Makes sense. I'm learning.
Yeah, so what I try to do is I click / raid, and then I thank people for watching the stream, and ask people to shout me out in the next stream. Then I click raid now, and then I immediately click end stream. Sometimes I forget to click end stream, so there's like 1 or 2 of my streams that you can see me like watching the next stream for like a minute until I realize it. But I've never done a super cringe thing of just like stripping naked while I'm still streaming.
Well,
that's inadvisable. There are literally some streamers that I watch who have said they've accidentally done that.
Who have said they've accidentally done that, or who you've seen accidentally?
I have not seen them accidentally do that.
Well, luckily you've been working on your 6-pack recently, Chuck.
I have been working out, but the 6-pack has not been being worked on. I'm working on building muscle rather than cutting fat. So, no such luck. Okay, so I think they were debating us with that one last game. Let me check the Discord once more to be sure. They're not saying anything. All right, yeah, let's just start that Zephcat raid again. Thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks to Cole and Chestoofus for joining me for the commentary. And we're gonna send you to Zephcat, who is streaming some chess. Drop the emotes if you have them. I hope everyone has a great night. I'll see you on Friday night for my regular stream. And I'm going to be upgrading my audio. I'm probably going to do that tonight. So hopefully I'll have better audio the next stream. Have a great night, everyone.